before I even get in today's review, I just want to say, Yazzer, thank you so very much. The context of how and why I'm reviewing the cigar today, the group I'm a part of, Shadow Smoker Legion, which is ran by my ruler, my Lord Beerus, which is Tony of Soy Sauce Assassin. And this phenomenal group I've been part of for many years now. Every single Christmas time, they do a raffle. The last two raffles I kind of skipped out of because, I don't know, my brain is just stupid. This year, I decided to participate. All I did was throw in 40 bucks. And my 40 bucks won me 3 prizes. One prize was stickers. Other prize was an SSL patch, Shadow Smoker Legion's pack. And my last prize was a box of 24 of the Padron Serie 1926 number 2 Natural. And the person who donated that box to be part of the raffles was this amazing person, Yazzer, to show respect and generosity of the amazing gift, even though it was something I did won. You know, it's a Jurassic prize. All I did was spend 40 bucks and I managed to win a box of cigars that MSRP $400 plus. Yeah, Yazzer, thank you so damn much. Just thank you. Just thank you. So today we'll be reviewing the cigar that I won. I get 40 bucks and I got a whole box worth of them.
Everything that we love is temporary. Please remember me when I'm dead and I'm buried. My mind just wants to be free. Wants to be free.
Let's just cut. Now I'll just unravel this brain teaser that I'm giving myself right now. It has a nice cedar to it because this was the box. I'm not gonna move my camera because everything is perfect right now. I'm gonna get anal if I tweak myself even slightly bit. So I'm gonna let everything chill. That's the box. Ooh, it has this creamy sweetness to it. Woodsy. Yeah. I'm getting something to tell in. Something in there. There's something in there. Oof. The cold draw has the sweetness to it. All I'm getting from the cold draw and from just the aromatic aspects of the scent of the wrapper and the foot is sweetness, woodsy, and there's something in there. I might be getting it once I light the cigar. So, Rick, shut the fuck up and... Oh, it's just stuck. Rick? No. Rick? I ain't a bitch. There you go. I thought I ran out of fuel. I felt all badass for a second. I thought I ran out of fuel. So Padron, believe it or not, it's a brand that I had very few handfuls of. Not because it's limited to where I'm at. You know, the shop that's close by to me has a whole wall of Padrons. It's just ironic, it's also the same side of the store with the Davidoffs. Coffee. That's the first thing I got. Coffee. Oh my god, I feel like I just feel like I got like coffee grounds, like after it's been blended or grind, and I just put a small little, I don't know, spoonful and just take a bite on it. The circle of cheese, this cheese circle, whatever you call that thing, I'm not very good at with my knowledge with cheese. All right. I'm not very good at that. Don't paint me to be a monster. Okay. I don't have the cheddar in my pockets. I do not be making that Kobe Bryant money. I don't know why you guys subscribe to me. This channel is just gonna fall into debris. Whatever you call that round circle of cheese, they have one that's encrusted in like this espresso that it was phenomenal. I bought it. Rick, why the fuck are you talking about this? Because of coffee. That cheese had espresso on it. When I did my first retro, immediately my palate is just overwhelmed with coffee. It literally feels like with that piece of cheese, I took that piece of cheese and just and ate it. I'm not sure that part was edible. I'm not sure that's wax or whatever it is. I ingested it. I'm still here. Maybe. I don't know. I probably passed away. I'm probably not here anymore. All right, back to the topic with the cigar. This is fun to me, these reviews. From 40 bucks to having a box of cigars that's worth over $400. I'm ecstatic. And it tastes like coffee. I'm Cuban. I love coffee. I'm happy. I'm gonna give you guys a more energetic and funny side of me for this review. So Rick, you told me what the cigar is. You told me this is the Padron 1926. This is the number 2. This is a natural. Okay, what else is there to the cigar? Is it this? Is it that? Is it Honduras? Is it Nicaragua and Dominican? What's the background? Wrapper, Nicaraguan. Binder, Nicaraguan. Filler, Nicaraguan. Origin, Nicaraguan. Okay, then what's the Vitola? So this Vitola is called a Belicoso. B-E-L-I-C-O-S-O. Belicoso. But with this Belicoso, the reason why it's Belicoso is because if you saw in the beginning, if you just refresh the page and see the thumbnail, you will see that top point. That's basically what a Belicoso is. The length and ring gauge of the cigar is a 5.5 by 52 ring gauge. Rick, I've seen Padron a lot, but that's out of my budget. How much is a cigar? This cigar is a little bit above your normal standard pricing with cigars, which typically goes between the prices of $8 to $12. That's what most people are comfortable paying with cigars. This cigar sits at an MSRP of $17.70. With the more information with the box comes with 24 of them. If the cigar MSRP is $17.70, that means the box of cigars, the MSRP of that box would be $424.80. Now you understand why I'm happy. I just saved $384.80. But on a serious note, thank you, Yazzer. I was gonna skip out this Christmas for the raffle. Partman told me, just go ahead and do it. And I did it, and I'm happy. So Rick, typically you give us information other than the whole structure of the cigar. You typically give us a little bit more history of the cigar. Well, this cigar was released in 2017. Which, amazingly enough, won number 2, the Cigar Aficionado rating of the top 25 cigars of the year. This cigar was number 2 for 2017. And the part that makes Padron a little bit more prestigious when it comes to the branding and just being infamous and famous at the same time. Infamous and famous. Ever since Cigar Aficionado released a top 25, Padron cigars have been at least in the top 10 since the beginning of the top 25 rating system. That goes to show you how just incredible this company is. But Rick, you just said earlier that the cigar you only had a handful of. Why? Honestly, I don't know. The cigar shops I always hang out at, always have it. With me, it's more about picking my poisons. Do I get one Davidoff and 4 bundled cigars for the next few days? Or do I go for 1 Padron and 1 Davidoff and try to have that last a week? Or sometimes do I just skip the Davidoff and maybe buy 6 to maybe 9 or potentially 10 cigars for that week. That's basically the struggle of a cigar enjoyer. The retro has a little more spice to it. The cigar feels strong when it comes to the actual retro, and the strength is a medium to full. Listen, I have a Patreon. It's optional to show support. I will be posting videos early onto that page. Once they're public here, then it becomes public on the Patreon for free. But if you want to get early access to some reviews, my Patreon will have those videos posted way before it gets uploaded here on YouTube. It all depends, because I'm a very busy person. I have multiple channels. How will you guys feel like for the ones that are actually doable and accessible? I will go through all the archives of cigar aficionados, and I will try my best to get my hands on every #1 cigar. The ones that are accessible. There's a chance I might have to skip a year, unless you guys possess one or you know someone that possess one that's willing to send for me to review. I'm just saying all these stuff are optional, not saying it's mandatory. If you do support me on Patreon, the proceedings from that support will gear towards me. The proceedings of the support help me get those cigars to review for the channel. With that being said, let's get back into the review. One thing that I found out that was kind of unfortunate was when this cigar released in 2017, that was also the year where Jose Orlando Padron also passed away. And the year on this cigar band, 1926, signifies the year on which he was born. One thing I guess I also forgot to mention too, this cigar is box pressed. I'm halfway into the cigar, and that flavor notes I was getting in the beginning just changed. Now I'm getting this very deep chocolate with earthiness, this almond feeling too. There's also something else that's in there, almost like almonds. Something nutty's in there. It gives me the feeling like I'm eating a Nestle Crunch. You have that nuttiness in there. You have that deep, luscious chocolate. You have that slight tail end of espresso and coffee. Then you have this nice grittiness of just earth. This cigar is just magnificent. The thing that I truly did love about the cigar was that when it came to the cap, all of them looked slightly different. Like you had some more curved, other ones more straight. It gave me the feeling that I just went to a factory, someone just hand rolled them right in front of my face and gave me the box. It gave me this real retro style feeling. Just looking at the cigars, all being different, not just being like made this identical same. They had their own characteristic for each cigar, which is something I have not seen in any cigar, honestly. With the wooden box and with the engravings into the wooden box, most likely by either stencil or whatever. From the taste, from the whole appearance, this is special. To me, I understand why people are just only Padron smokers. There's people who go to the shop that I go to, and only thing they smoke are Padrons. And now I can understand and get behind why they do so. And a little one-up information about the cigar too is the tobacco in the cigar has been aged for 5 years. That is a nice retro. You have this very spicy earth, luscious deep chocolate with hints of nuttiness, with that tail end of coffee. The sweetness level to it is perfect. It just feels amazing smoking it, especially with the retro. Don't think because I saved $384.80 that I'm becoming really biased of the cigar. No, I could easily remove all the information of how I acquire these cigars out the window. This is strictly reviewed. This is my take on it. I actually smoked the cigar quite rapidly, and I'm approaching the last third. So this cigar doesn't really have much of flavor changes. That initial first draw, I was getting more of that sweet espresso and nutty. Then it transitioned into something very rich with creamy chocolate, more like a milk chocolate. So it had that nuttiness. So it was more of like a Nestle Crunch that had sprinkles of ground coffee on top of it with that very spicy earth undertone. As you can see with the cigar and the ash, that middle section being pure white, no canoeing, not me having to relight not even once, smoke output being flawless. Basically 0 to no resistance when it comes to actually me puffing onto the cigar. This cigar was masterfully crafted. Not too sure this is regular production or this was a limited release. All I know is it initiated in 2017, which was unfortunately the year where Jose Orlando Padron has passed away at the age of 91, which, my God, it's amazing. 91 years old is still a very long life. So with great honor for Mr. Jose Padron, this cigar was an amazing experience. Since I'm this much into the cigar, I'm gonna take the band off. Let me start breaking down my thoughts on the cigar itself. For the whole entire duration of the cigar, the taste notes did not just plateaued and then declined. It's been consistent the whole way through. It's been very flavorful. You have no resistance to the pull. Construction held up. Ash still white, meaning it's great quality tobacco inside the product. You have this cigar being all Nicaraguan. You have the taste notes that blends very well with each other. So let's break down my 3 rating system: taste, experience, and construction. I'm gonna give the construction a 9.5 out of 10. Brick, you just talked about how this is flawless and this is that and that. Why are you taking away half a point? That's because of, like I stated way early in the video, that with each individual cigar, they all looked different. And that's not a major flaw, but there is a small amount of inconsistency, very minor amount. It may not affect the cigar itself, but if you look at the cigars itself, if you go to a shop yourself and see these cigars firsthand, you will see how the cigars look different than one another. That does not mean the construction is horrible. It just means the construction is inconsistent, slightly. That's the only reason why I'm giving the 9.5 rating. Taste note wise, in my opinion, I'm gonna give this cigar a 9 as well. In my opinion, if the espresso was more of a either middle profile or sometimes front aspect profile, it would have been amazing. But when that deep chocolate came in, the espresso just took a huge step back. It became the tail end flavor. And even when you were just puffing regularly, it was at the forefront like it was in the beginning. From the midpoint on, it became very deep chocolate, which I did enjoy thoroughly. The taste I had with the espresso was very nice, especially with that spicy earth combination, just tag teaming with that espresso sweetness. That was amazing. If they would have pushed that rich chocolate with that sweet espresso and that spicy earth, cigar of the year to me, because that sweet espresso took a very huge step back and that chocolate just overcame everything and was the main forefront. That just made me knock down 1 point out of the cigar. If only we had that triple threat of sweet coffee, rich chocolate, and spicy earth. If we would have had that triple threat trio, phenomenal cigar. It would have been my favorite cigar so far that I smoked this year. For experience, with the exception for me getting this as a raffle prize, just the experience of me just smoking the cigar, I'll give it a 9. It's an amazing brand with amazing tastes, and it's something that I would definitely enjoy. Whenever I do decide to spoil myself to the future visits of the shops I go to, this cigar would definitely be up there when I decide to spoil myself. That's how good the cigar was. On that note, the cigar gets an overall rating of 9.25, meaning this cigar is an ash. Hope you guys enjoyed the review I did on the Padron 1926 number 2 natural cigar. As always, guys, until next time, I love your face, and I'm out. Peace.